Hi everyone, it's Victor here once again, and welcome to Victor's Tiny Kitchen, where we cook Filipino favorites and more. I said it before and I will say it again that I love seafood, and because of that I always try and find ways to vary the way that I cook my fish. Otherwise it's gonna be boring to cook it the same way all the time. And one of the fish dishes that I love is fish and chips, and I always go to my favorite fish and chips restaurant here in my area, especially when I crave for it. But it's gonna be very expensive for me to do it all the time. It's gonna burn a hole in my pocket. And for me, it's a must to learn how to make this in my own kitchen. And this is what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys, so please stick around with me until the very end of this video. Let's get started. The very first thing that we need to do is to prepare our fish, and for me I have 5 fillets of pollock fish here. Now this is one very important thing to do, don't miss out on this one. What you have to do is to salt your fish and then keep it in the fridge for 20 minutes. That way you'll draw out the moist from the fish and it will make your fish flaky yet succulent when you deep fry it. I've done that already, so what I'm going to do at this point is to set this aside. Now the next thing for us to do is to prepare our batter. Usually people will use beer batter for their fish and chips, but for me I don't have beer in my fridge, so I have cider drink here, which is perfect to use for this one. I've tried this before and it's really delicious. And I'm going to be using this big bowl here to combine my dry and liquid ingredients. And to this I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of tapioca or glutinous rice flour, and then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of baking powder. So remember guys, this is baking powder, not baking soda. And eggs are just optional guys. I want the color of my eggs to be in my batter. I just love the yellow orangey color from the egg yolk. So to this I'm gonna crack 2 eggs. And to this I'm gonna pour my cider bit by bit. Remember not to pour in everything at once, otherwise you will not be able to control the consistency of your batter. So I'm going to use my whisk here to slowly whisk my ingredients together. And I'm going to add more cider. And by the way, I'm using apple-flavored cider here. Now that it's dry, I'm going to add more. So what we're looking for here is a double cream consistency. What you want is for your batter to stick in your fish when you dredge or submerge your fish in it, and not just slide off your fish. So this is exactly what we're looking for. Your cider batter should flow this way. It's soft and silky. So this is good. And what we're going to do at this point is to let this sit for 10 minutes to allow for our batter to come together. And now let's go back to our fish. Over here is a baking tray. What I'm going to do at this point is to spread my seasoned all-purpose flour here. So I'm using about 1 cup, but it's up to you guys, depends on how much fish you have. So I'm just going to spread my seasoned all-purpose flour in this baking tray here. And I'm going to coat my fillets of fish, all of them, with this seasoned all-purpose flour. And I'm going to shake it off. Shake off the excess flour. And I'm going to do all of them. And once I'm done, I'm going to be right back. And now that our fish and batter are ready, it's time for us to do the deep frying. So I opted to use a shallow saucepan here instead of using my deep fryer. At this time I don't want to use lots of oil. And by the way, I'm using sunflower oil here. it's because it has a high smoke point. But you can also use other cooking oil. Just make sure that they have high smoke point as well. So what I'm going to do at this point is to grab each one of my fish fillets and then dip it in my batter here. And then let the excess batter slide off the fish. And once the excess batter is off your fish, you can now put it directly in your pan. I'm gonna add one more. I don't want to overcrowd my pan here because it's small. So I'm just gonna do 2 fillets at the same time. I'm dipping my fish now in my batter and then let the excess batter flow off the fish and from the batter right into the boiling oil here. And then I'm going to make sure there's space between the two of them. I don't want them to create the steaming effect. And by the way, I've cranked up my heat here to medium-high. So I'm going to make sure that my fish here is frying nicely. So we're going to deep fry our fish here until it's nice and golden brown. So this one is golden brown on one side, so I'm going to turn it over. Remember to keep an eye on your fish while deep frying and keep checking the bottom of it. And the indication that your fish is cooked is when they float in your oil. These two are floating out and they're ready. So I'm just going to take them off the pan, each one of them, and now let them set in a crisp over so they remain crispy. And I'm going to do the rest with my fish, and once I'm done with the deep frying, I'm going to show them to you. Hi guys, I'm back here with my final product, my fish and chips, and look how gorgeously looking they are right now. The best part is I gotta taste it. So I'm just gonna slice off a portion of the fish here and dip it with my tartar sauce. I hope you heard it, guys. The fish is so crispy. And then of course, the chips, crispy as well. The French fries is also crispy. This fish and chips is really good. You can never go wrong with it. I hope you guys would give it a try. And once you do, let me know what you think about your own version of it by writing down your comments in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I do hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.